Hi, I'm Roger. Welcome back to my own little kitchen. Today we're going to be making blueberry pie. It's a very simple recipe, very old recipe from a Betty Crocker book from eons ago. I'm going to be using store-bought pastry. You can make your own, but why bother? In this bowl, I have 4 cups, or 2 pints, since a lot of times blueberries come in pints, of blueberries. To that I'll be adding half a cup of sugar, a third of a cup of flour, a teaspoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice. You can use bottled lemon juice. It really doesn't matter much in this. I also have about a teaspoon of grated orange zest. And half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You want to stir it gently but well. You don't want to break the blueberries, but at the same time you want to make sure they're all coated with this mixture. Now, as with most refrigerated crusts, you have to let them come up to room temperature for about 15 minutes. If you don't, they're not pliable enough to put in the pie dish. And if you leave them too long, they stick, which makes it difficult to come out. Now this is for a 9-inch pie. I'm going along the seam, gently working that away to open it up. Then you lay it gently in the pie dish. Now you can roll it out if you want. I just stretch it out a little bit by hand. Let me move these out of the way. Move this closer. You want to make sure that the pie dough at least overhangs the edge of the pie dish. If you wanted to, you could roll this out on a lightly floured surface. Then you want to very gently, as you're turning the pie dish, squeeze out the air so you have no air pockets in here. Now we trim. All I'm doing is going along the edge of the pie dish, trimming off any overhang. Now we fill the pie crust You want to try to get it as even as possible. Fill in the gaps along the edge. As few air pockets as possible. In this dish, I have about 5 pats of butter, about a tablespoon. Before you put your top crust on, you want to spread these out for a little extra richness. I put them about 12, 3, 6, and 9. And one in the middle for good measure. Now we'll take the second crust that we use for the top. Just gently roll it over the bottom crust. Try to get it centered. If it's not quite round enough, gently stretch it out. Get that out of the way. Then this is where you need 2 hands. You lift up the bottom crust, you fold the top crust over, and you do that all the way around. Lift up the bottom crust with one hand, fold the top crust under it. Then once you have it all together like that, you can seal it. There are different ways of doing it. You can use your 2 fingers on one hand and one on the other and go around. Or you can lay this flat against the lip and use a fork to press it down so you seal it together. I like to do it this way. And what I'm doing is I'm taking these 2 fingers, and with this finger I'm pressing the dough in between them. So you see that little V, that little upside down V. That's helping to seal the 2 crusts together. Alright, so now the pie is pretty well sealed. There's no guarantees. And then with a knife, I make 4 slits in the pie, just going through the pie crust a little bit. This lets the steam out as the pie cooks. What you want to do when you cook the pie now is you can either take foil, a little ribbon of foil, and wrap it around the crust and anchor it to the bottom of the lip. That prevents it from browning too much. Or you can buy a pie ring that you just set on top, anchor it down a little bit. This one's foil, so it bends a lot. It's seen a lot of use. You put it on a pie pan, which I have behind me, and then you put it in the oven. What I do is I put it in the oven for about 25 minutes, take the ring off, and cook it for about another 20 to 25 minutes until I see the crust nice and golden, and hopefully the berries bubbling through the slots. The oven is preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Set the timer for 25 minutes and we're good to go, except for cleanup. See you back here in a few minutes. My oven just sang to me, meaning that it's time to check the pie. And yes, it's ready. You can see the juices bubbling. You can smell the freshness of the blueberries. The crust is a nice golden. We're set to go. All we have to do now is put this by an open window to cool off, and in a couple hours, we're having pie. Blueberry pie. My name is Roger. Thank you for joining me in my own little kitchen.